Not quite my tempo.
I'm gonna make him an offer again.
Hello and welcome to Multiplex Loves Movies. I am your worst nightmare, presenting to you Hell on Earth with my best friend, me, Kaleb Boatman. It's time to let's go to hell, buddy. B movie.
We get to watch The Secret Life of Bees. Wait, what?
B movie.
Oh, this is the other B movie. I thought we were watching The Secret Life of Bees.
Chain of B movies. We're gonna watch the best DreamWorks movie ever made.
You don't believe yourself when you say those words.
Do I look like I'm serious about anything I ever do in my life? Hold on. Do I look serious? Do I look like I'm serious to you, Mr. Shelob?
I'm just happy I got put in the poster this time because, like, the last two times I was not put in, like, the poster. So thank you, Tim.
You're welcome. I think I made you the mosquito. No, I made you the other bee, the Matthew Broderick.
I'm Matthew Broderick B.
I made Koho the mosquito, the Chris Rock mosquito.
That's a fact.
And I thought it looked pretty good. I made myself Barry because I'm a self-righteous prick. And yeah, I think it worked pretty well. I think that I naturally fall in pretty well.
You do, actually. You did a good job lining that up.
I think it works pretty well.
What picture of me did you use? Because that's not my profile picture.
It is not. I will show the internet right now.
Oh no.
I used this GIF of you from last summer where you go, wait, what?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good gift. That's a quality gift.
Classic gift.
I still have that
I
gift.
almost used this famous Boatman GIF.
Yeah, we all know it.
It's a good one too.
Do
you have the picture of him just putting his thumb up? That's a good.
I don't have one. I do have another one of him saying porn is fine.
That's when you were sexualizing me and saying that I had attractive thumbs.
That was a thing
I
that
was saying,
Parker did.
No. Asterisk. I was saying that you had large thumbs and also the best thumbs in the community. I did not say attractive. I said you were the best.
It was very sexual.
All right.
That's true.
Well, we're watching the B movie. Tuig, have you seen the film? What do you think?
I've seen it before. Today I bought, or actually yesterday it got delivered today. I bought a $20 little bartending kit just for the occasion. I made myself a nice margarita.
Nice. You should make one.
This is my one so far, so that I could be prepared for this movie.
Fair enough. Robert, we'll move to you. Your thoughts on the B movie?
You know, it's pretty bad. It's real bad, but I'm gonna have a fun time watching it with a group of pals. And I have no fancy drink, but I do have Red's Wicked, which has been my drink of choice as I'm building a castle out of the cans.
Yes, I am drinking a Miller Lite. I've seen this movie, I think, like 4 times. 3 of the times were last summer when studying for a certain match when someone put it on the deep cut wheel for a Fandom Fights match. And I watched it 3 times, twice in one day, the day of the match. It paid off. It did come up. 3 of those 5 questions right, if I'm not mistaken. So it paid off. But that's my relationship, Maggie, the B movie. Yes or no?
No.
Okay, we'll move on to Boatman. Boatman, your thoughts on the B movie?
Why must Yogurt Night be so difficult? That's really all I have to say. I think this movie is like, it's not amazing, but I think there are legitimately clever, fun moments. I don't think it's an awful movie. I think it's cheesy, but I think it's kind of fun. It's a fun movie.
Can we watch the version where it speeds up every time they say B instead?
No.
That was
only like a minute long?
That was like one of the first like kinds of those videos on YouTube where it like speeds up every time this. That was like the first one.
I'm gonna find it. Koho, your thoughts on the B movie?
I am currently in the process of. Well, first of all, I'm drinking water because I am a hydrated boy. But I will say I legitimately do like the B movie. It's a good movie, and as I attempt to retrieve my original review, I called it God's Gift to Man, 5 stars. I'll let the movie speak for itself in that quality.
Jesus Christ. I found a video called Barry Benson saying you like jazz. 1,073,741,824,000 times. And it's only 49 seconds long. So I don't know how that works. I did not find oh wait, I did find it, but it keeps getting faster. So the entire B movie, but every time it says B, it speeds up 15%, and it's 5 minutes and 40 seconds long.
Yeah.
That would be quick. We're not going to do that. Again, the movie is streaming on Netflix if you're just joining. Everybody queued up?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we will hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. Let us that beautiful DreamWorks logo. I liked this DreamWorks, the one where it was all oh no, now there's
Hold up. I'm sorry. Everybody has to pause. My dad is using Netflix right now.
Oh no.
We
all pause?
Everybody pause. I'm so sorry.
We can go back to the beginning.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
That is the worst. I just watched those 23 seconds of B movie for no reason.
I was only 13. What?
I hit play when I don't know what to tell you.
Honest.
Hoinks? Honix?
Onyx.
From the movie.
A division of Hanesco.
Oh,
From the film.
sure.
Come on, Maggie. Don't you know your B movie trivia?
I don't. I really don't.
When are we going to make B movie its own category? Because that's what I vote for.
I would rather die.
I believe most of America would.
I'd rather make pirates its own category.
Listen,
And
I'm
that's
not
saying
against that either.
something. And that's saying something.
No.
Because I don't like that idea.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm sorry about that.
You had to go beat him into shape or what?
No. He is taller than me.
His dad finally came back, and now Boatman had to tell him to go leave again because he was using his Netflix.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm sorry.
All right.
Are we all
For
queued
real
at
this time.
0?
Yes.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
There we go.
All right. So we're all flying some balloons.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We got a nice bee attacking.
Oh my god. He landed. I didn't notice that before. Ouch.
In what DreamWorks film does the kid in the opening land on his head?
Is the greatest opening lines to a movie ever. I have it memorized.
You're disgusting.
I
could
could
make a religion out of it.
on me, if I'm being honest. I want to get that tattoo just on me.
I dare you. I will give you $200 if you get a tattoo of that.
Oh, for
opening.
$200, I'll get that tattooed on my back.
Deal.
More than $200.
I think yeah, there you go. $200 deal.
I'll pay for it and give you $200.
Oh, I'd do that.
We need to make this a video then, because that will get like at least 400 views.
That's not a joke. I would do that if you actually got, because that would be something you have to live with for your whole life.
You're not wrong, and I could live with that. That right there, that opening, I might as well just call that my Apostles' Creed right there.
They are.
Now I'm just imagining Koho is like about to get it on with some girl, and he takes his shirt off.
Well,
and
first off,
Whoa, why are you imagining?
Yeah, hold on.
no, because B movie. Then it would read, according to all known laws of aviation, she just is like, nope, and leaves.
That's funny.
Can we just respect that he got all B's on his report card? What a respectable grade.
The word respect is not going to come up a lot in this.
I'll say the word respect every 5 minutes just to make sure it does. Internet down.
Frisbee hits Hive.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Now I just want to see a video of Koho getting a tattoo. I just want to see what his reaction would. That's just something I need in my life.
Yeah, we should definitely. If Koho ever gets a tattoo, I'll drive to where he lives. So I can...
Yeah, that's something I want to see now.
I'm definitely gonna get a tattoo at some point in my life.
You should. Just make sure you record your reaction.
Oh no, yeah, no. I would need Tim and Cody there to just sit there and look at me and just be like, "Shut the fuck up," because I have a very low pain tolerance. So.
You just doubled the view count.
Yep, I did right there. That I promise you, I'll get a video of me getting a tattoo, and that'll do like 1 million.
That's a verbal contract in the United States of America, right, Maggie? You hear him? He said, "I promise."
No.
That's not how that works.
Can we sue Koho if he doesn't get the tattoo?
Oh, quite a bit of pomp under the circum. I get it.
What? Hey, so I'm moving to Netflix, so I'm gonna need you guys to give me a time code in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Did you have the blue? Yeah.
I had the Blu-ray in, but the closed captioning wasn't working for some reason,
Oh. Yeah.
and we could only see like half of what they were saying, which is a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you a time code once you're here.
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I have to search the B movie.
I never understood the B men joke until I realized.
So yeah, I just got the pomp and circumstance joke.
Okay.
All right, hit me with it, Robert.
All right. We are. Oh shoot. Okay. I am at 412, 413, 414, 415.
Can we talk about how Jerry and Matthew Broderick just like say it's going to be a little scary and then just shake each other violently for a good 2 seconds?
And that's 430 right there.
Perfect. That's right where we are. Great. Of course, it does that. Whatever. We're like 2 seconds behind that. Rated PG for mild, suggestive humor.
What could they possibly be referring to?
Because Renee Zellweger definitely
Banged a bee.
Yeah.
She banged a
He
bee.
definitely wanted the singer.
Literally not possible, but that's.
Isn't that what this whole movie's about?
Yeah, but like, how would that work?
Have you ever tried it?
Don't. Just because they can't be together sexually doesn't mean they can't love each other.
No, they're talking about it sexually.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, he just, like, stung her or something.
Well, you know what? Humans also think it's impossible for bees to fly according to the known laws of aviation. So anything's possible.
What if the movie opens? According to all known laws of aviation, there's no way a bee should be able to bone a woman.
That was good.
Jesus. I have a Snapchat from my sister. I thought I'd update you all.
Thank you.
Tunic looks like he's about to fucking die.
I love that there's a frame in this film of a bee with a finger on its head wiping honey into a bowl.
Stupid. The bee doesn't
So good.
Just put a piece of machine right there. All the bee's doing is standing up straight.
We're employing bees. Oh my god.
I just opened my phone and I had it on YouTube, and the first video that popped up is called Trump Plays Modern Warfare. So we might need to do a watch along of that later.
I might watch that actually.
I'll send you guys the link.
What is the lifespan of a bee?
Not very long.
Well, they went to grad school for 3 days. Went to high school for 3 days. Then to middle school for 3 days.
The lifespan of a honeybee is 122 to 152 days. So, like, less than 6 months.
Well, and then if they sting something and the stinger falls out, don't they die?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if that's how honeybees work.
I think that is
Yeah.
how it works.
You might be right. I don't
I
know.
think that's the only one that it works for, because I think wasps still live after they sting.
Yeah, the wasps are mean little fuckers.
So if you really think about it, Renee Zellweger threw away a relationship with Patrick Warburton for a 6-month affair with a bee that's gonna die anyway.
Yeah, correct.
Sure.
That,
Why
yeah.
must yogurt night be so difficult?
Do you think it was just like, it was the early 2000s and DreamWorks was like, man, we did Prince of Egypt, we did El Dorado, we did Sinbad. None of them are doing like super great. And Disney's over here pumping out movies about toys and monsters and bugs and shit. Let's make a movie about bees.
Well, in my brain, Jerry Seinfeld came to them with this idea and was
Didn't
like,
he write the script or he co-wrote it or something?
Yeah. Well, so the way this movie happened is Jerry Seinfeld was talking to somebody and he was like, I want to make a movie about bees and we call it Bee Movie. And that's how this movie was born.
Have you seen the trailer for this?
No.
Yes.
It's literally Jerry Seinfeld, live action Jerry Seinfeld in like a ridiculous bee costume. And he's being like hauled in by like whatever you use to like make people fly on stage. And he's like, oh, buzz, buzz, buzz. I know, I'll pollinate these flowers. And then they like drop him and he destroys the set. And Jerry Seinfeld goes, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. And the director goes, why don't we just make it a cartoon? And he goes, okay, it's a cartoon. And then Bee Movie.
That might be better than the Ants promo.
No, it isn't.
No.
Nothing is better than the greatest film trailer of all time, Ants.
Ants. Batman. It's the best thing ever. It's my favorite advertisement of all time.
it makes him laugh every single time.
It's
Well,
so
the
good.
best part is Michael Douglas is the one like going really intense, and then at the end, if you look, it like focuses in on Paul Rudd, but if you look to the side, Michael Douglas is back there just going into it, just
You can watch it a million times and find something new each viewing.
It's so good. It's the best 16 seconds I've ever experienced in my life.
It's so good.
It lasts longer than 16 seconds. Don't give me that shit.
Yikes.
That's
On that note, I'm gonna go make popcorn.
Dog. Christ.
You started
I
this.
did. My bad.
Oof.
Anything I've ever said.
I didn't say anything.
You gave me the look.
For the record.
Turn in the air conditioner.
No, it's not worth it. Costs too much money.
That's fair.
Why would getting an ant tattoo being bad or shacking up with a grasshopper be bad?
Because bees are clearly like racist.
I was gonna say, I was like, that feels vaguely insane.
Well,
Like,
they also like get really uncomfortable when he says he had started a relationship with someone who wasn't bee-ish.
Oof.
That's a real line later in the movie.
I know, I remember.
Oh, see, they're talking about the beast dying all the fucking time. There you go.
Is this the movie that made Jerry Seinfeld no longer relevant?
Are you kidding? This is the only thing keeping Jerry Seinfeld relevant.
Honestly, I agree with Koho.
Mhm.
I just got a advertisement for Streamlabs.
Is that like a version of
Welp?
Discord?
It's basically like a way to, from what I understand, it's a way to help you stream and make money at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, that's how
Sounds like
people.
a scam.
No. That's what
That's
Harloff uses for people to like donate during the show and stuff.
Aw.
Right, but it's also what like Twitch streamers use when they are streaming to like actually like see comments when they come up on their game and stuff while they're playing it.
You can see comments on this too.
Right.
Aaron Sellers, I would prefer not to.
I was gonna say I wasn't gonna point it out.
I can't say anything publicly on behalf of the company that I work for, so I can't say anything about it. But if you want to reach out to me privately, you can. But
Why can't bees talk to humans? Like, why is that the law? They never explained that.
I don't think it's a law. I think it's a biological.
You just said it's bee law number 1.
Because the humans don't know that bees are people.
Okay, but why?
What?
they can't know the bees are people.
Also,
Is
they're all
it just came out of Koho's mouth?
Guys, this is a film about bees
yeah,
and a specific bee who
Yeah.
falls in love with a human woman.
right.
Let's suspend our disbelief just a
Woman.
tiny
Yeah.
bit.
Still gotta make sense.
That's like me whenever I watch any movie with Maggie. She'll like point out, she'll be like, we were watching Endgame, and she goes, during the final battle, she goes, how are they all talking to each other? Before the battle started, did Captain America just like hand out earphones for everyone? And I was like, it's a movie about a giant purple alien taking over the world. Give me a fucking break.
Also, technically, all the people talking were fighting in the first movie, and when they got snapped away, they already had communication devices.
Oh, was Valkyrie fighting in the first movie? I didn't catch that part.
Valkyrie wasn't there.
Valkyrie is super hearing.
Spider-Man was on a different fucking planet. Like, they didn't all have earpieces.
I gave up on that a long time ago. They're like during the first Avengers, they're all talking to each other and they're not wearing anything. They just constantly go like this and expect you to believe that they have earpieces.
They just live with earpieces in their ear, and then they just sing out when they're close to
I'm
you.
under the assumption that Tony Stark like made something, maybe like a little implant. Like, hey, you're in the Avengers now. Come into the operating room. Get your-
Also, if you find out about what's in the basement of Stark Tower, it also explodes. So stay out of the basement.
Black Panther, and they have the unlimited range communication devices that Sherry makes that they wear throughout the entire movie. So maybe they just pass. I know, but I'm saying maybe they just passed those out to them.
Maggie showed me a meme the other day that it was like the Avengers now that Tony is dead, and it was like Winter Soldier standing there and he's like, well, we have no money.
It was the shot from Despicable Me when he says, in terms of money, we have no money.
For money, we have no money.
So I was like deathly afraid of bees most of my life.
I feel like this is the movie for doing that.
Like I used to come home from school. Oh, bye, Koho. And I would come home from school and there would be like a bee or a couple bees like in front of my front door. And I really wouldn't go in the house for hours.
I believe you. I have a very clear memory of the first time I was stung by a bee.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
I was
have a
like,
memory of when you were stung by a bee too.
are we thinking of the same thing? Probably not.
Other fun fact: greatest smell in the world: fresh can of tennis balls.
It is a good smell.
Tennis
Best
balls.
smell?
Best smell in the world.
There are better smells.
Should I probably watch this
It's
movie?
the moment that she fell in love instantly.
She doesn't even like to see him here.
What if this is actually about her falling in love with a tennis ball, and the bee just reminds her of a tennis ball?
Yes.
Fair.
I feel like Tui watched this movie in a theater in 2007 and just kept screaming at the screen, "Why are you humanizing these monsters?"
No,
I didn't see this one in the theater, but I definitely remember. I lived in. We had just moved to Wisconsin around the time that this came out, and I remember me and my dad were traveling back to Indiana, and I watched this like on a DVD, like a portable DVD player or whatever. And I just remember like watching it and him being like, "How's your movie?" and me being like, "I don't know what's happening." And I was 12, but I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
I definitely did see this in the theater.
Love this girl. I don't know. Spooky stuff.
Cinematography of this scene looks strangely similar to that of Turbo.
Robert, I was about to say the same thing. I was going to be like, remind me of fucking Turbo.
Turbo is the worst. I hate Turbo.
It's not good.
Everyone's freaking out, and the kid's just like, "Heidi."
Wouldn't this movie be better if the man hit the guy on the bike and then he spent the rest of the movie trying to cover it up and it became like a Coen-esque crime drama?
I mean, probably. They're in New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were in Central Park before.
And now he just happens to go to the same apartment as the tennis lady.
Yes.
It's a movie where a bee falls in love with a woman. Suspend your disbelief a little, okay?
What's the better Renee Zellweger performance, this or Judy?
This.
Yes, 100% this. She should have won the Oscar for B movie, not Judy.
Eat your heart out, Marion Cotillard, for the film La Vie en Rose. This was the best lead actor's performance of 2007.
Remember when Cody said that Craig T. Nelson should have been nominated for his performance as Mr. Incredible in Incredibles 2?
I said for the mid-year co-Oscars, I was going to nominate him because I didn't have a lot of supporting actors at that point in the year, and I thought he was great.
Oh, so now he's supporting actor. Okay.
He was supporting.
He's lead.
I mean, could go either way. I think I nominated him as supporting.
How did they get there so fast?
He is Patrick motherfucking Warburton.
Yeah. He can do anything.
He's now been in 2 films that we've watched for watch-alongs.
He should be in every movie we watch for watch-alongs.
That's a fact. We should only watch movies that Patrick Warburton is.
Wouldn't Onward be better if Patrick Warburton was Colt?
Oh,
Tell me I'm wrong.
100%.
Yeah.
This is literally like a sneak into me and Maggie's life last year when we had the wasps in our apartment.
Oh my god.
Do you remember that?
That was the fall.
So we had a wasp's nest that was like...
It was in the vent in our bathroom.
And we just had wasps. Like, the first one that I saw, like, I came home one day, I'm like, oh, okay, wasp got in, like, whatever, killed it, move on with my life. And then every day we would just be sitting here watching something, and then just you would hear just, like,
Yeah.
and it's like, what the fuck? And I literally kill, and every time Maggie would just go, to, like, jump up. We had the fly swatter on fucking the ready at every moment of the day.
Yeah, we made our maintenance guy come and like spray our apartment down with like anti-wasp stuff, which was really just like water and like detergent or something like that, but they all died, so that's a plus. But it was like at least 3 a day. It was terrible.
For like 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
There's an alternate reality where this movie is just told from Ken's perspective and it's just a horror movie. That's the version I choose to watch. What?
What did you say? It's told through whose perspective?
I said there's an alternate reality where this movie is just done from Ken Patrick Warburton's character's perspective and it's just a horror movie.
His girlfriend just told him, "You mean as much to me as this bee."
Exactly.
What do we think happens to Ken after this movie?
He becomes president of the United States.
He becomes Ray Liotta.
No, he's definitely the president, and he runs on an anti-B platform, and he wins, and then they kill Barry B. Benson.
Yikes.
First off, there's no way Barry B. Benson lasts long enough to survive an election because his lifespan is only 150 days.
It's like Barry B. Benson's grandson.
Okay, but Barry B. Benson is also like the Jesus.
Bees reproduce sexually? Do they have grandchildren?
It's Barry B. Benson's great-grandson, and it's a half bee, half human.
Yep.
Spawn creature.
It's Jerry Seinfeld in a bee costume.
Yep, it's just actually just Jerry Seinfeld.
That's great. She's like pretty okay with the fact that she's talking to a bee.
That's true.
Like she questions it a little bit, but very quickly. It's like, oh, okay.
I don't know if I would call that being okay with talking to a bee.
I'm just saying, like, she accepts it pretty quick, all things
That's
considered.
true.
Fair.
Oh, they just name drop Madison.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
This movie confuses me. Every time it starts, I'm like, yeah, you know, it's about a bee. And he's in a world and stuff, and that's cool. Like, he's going to explore the outside world, meet some other bugs and shit. And then he falls and he meets Renee Zellweger as a human, and they talk, and it's strange, and I'm confused.
The first 5 to 10 minutes are not bad.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Also, convenient that she's
The first... Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Okay. That's all.
I was going to say the first 90 minutes of this movie are excellent. I don't know what you're saying.
The movie is 90 minutes.
I think the best part of this movie is the court case, and I stand by that.
That's
Oh,
a fact. If this was just entirely a court case movie with Barry B. Benson, the lawyer, I would watch it every day.
He's a bad fella.
Tender theme playing.
Yep. I love how she poured him a full cup.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure this woman was not mentally stable to begin with.
That's,
Like, that would explain why she ended up with a guy like Ken.
She walked in, her boyfriend goes, "This thing could kill me if it stings me, and also it's an insect, so I'm gonna kill it." And she goes, "No, that's ridiculous."
I don't know who that was on the account. I'm gonna assume it's Cody.
It is definitely Cody, and I'm disappointed in you, Cody Newberry.
But also Cameron Redshaw calling out DreamWorks.
I don't need Wasp movie in my life unless Jerry Seinfeld is playing a Wasp.
What if you get like a different comedian to play the Wasp?
Like who?
A hater.
Dave Chappelle.
Oh my god, I watched Dave Chappelle in Wasp movie all day. All day.
No
There's
explanation.
like a lot of good actors in this movie too.
Yeah.
I'm just confused. But then again, Paul Giamatti is in Turbo.
Uh-oh.
So like
Here it is, though.
You see,
Oscar winner
proof that
Richard
bees-
Jenkins is in Turbo.
Proof that bees are racist, right
Yeah.
here.
There's a literal law against how he feels. That's rough.
it's not over.
That right there, that conversation right there is what me and Boatman have on a daily basis. Is that this is over. Boatman goes, "This is over." I tell him something, he goes, "This is not over."
All you need to do is give me a Cinnabon, and my mind changed completely.
Dude, I want a Cinnabon.
Honestly, a Cinnabon sounds so good right now. I have Cinnabon coffee creamer, and it's delicious.
This one you emphasizes about getting it on.
Yeah. This is this is not over. Was me in Dora when I ordered chocolate cake at the dine-in theater, and it was delicious. And Cody goes, "I'm gonna get some myself." Then he never did, and proceeded to roast me for the entire trip that I, a child, bought chocolate cake at a dine-in movie theater.
That's true. That did happen.
All licensed music.
Honey, honey.
Maggie's just losing her fucking mind.
This is so fucking stupid. She's literally
Psychopaths.
oh my god.
It's okay to kill a mosquito, but not a bee.
Well, and the way that she's wearing like the yellow dress and she just like flipped her hair and was like, "Look at my ass."
You know, I
Whoever
feel
said
like,
it kind of hit the nail on the head. Like she's got real issues. Like
I feel like
she's got real problems.
Vanessa would be very good on a certain reaction channel. With how little she cares about life.
That's probably right.
That's gonna be a big fat yikes from me to walk.
You don't know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
We all
You
know.
know, they don't. It doesn't matter.
I didn't hear you. I was watching her crash her plane. Oh man.
I definitely forgot that there is a scene where a full just fucking plane flies into the side of a rock cliff. We are only 30-some minutes into this thing.
Like, oh, this is such Jerry Seinfeld humor, and I never like, watched Seinfeld, but I always, without really knowing, I never thought Jerry Seinfeld was funny.
Seinfeld, the show, has its moments. Like, I don't hate that show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him as a comedian very much. I don't think he's very funny, but he was definitely iconic for like. For
Do
the
the
time.
Roses compete in athletic events? No. Very.
What's the over/under on the chances that he was under the influence of something when he thought up the idea for this movie?
Oh, he's over.
What'd you say?
Over whatever the number is, it's over.
Yeah.
Everyone else has the most rational reaction in the world to a bee sitting on a girl's shoulder, and she just freaking bitches them out for everything over
Surprise!
it.
She's full on psychosis. She's been on the death row for 3 weeks.
Jesus Christ!
I just lost a cousin to Italian Vogue. I remember when I was studying for this, Maggie was like asking me questions, and I remember that was one of the ones that you asked me. Like, I had watched it like twice, then Maggie just goes, "How was Barry's cousin killed?" And I'm like, Vogue, and she's like, "Italian Vogue." Oh, damn it. Ray Liotta. Maggie hates Ray Liotta.
I don't.
Why?
She doesn't like his Chantix commercials.
Oh.
He's
I don't
been-
know if I've seen him like in that many movies besides Goodfellas.
He's in Muppets Most Wanted.
He is. He's also very, very briefly in Sin City 2.
Oh,
Maggie, I have a question for Maggie.
Yeah.
As a lawyer, which side of the case would you take? Would you be on? What do you think is the most winnable?
I don't even know what the case is, if I'm being completely honest, because I don't give a shit about this movie and I don't know what's happening. What is it? Whether bees are people? Is that the
No,
thing?
it's whether humans have the right to be taking the honey.
Oh, from bees? You mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, bees are not humans, so they have no rights. So the bees lose.
So
Sorry.
you would be on the side of the villains. You would literally be John Goodman.
The legally correct side. Yes. Just like I had a test in evidence the other day, and they're like, "Is a dog sniff an assertion for matters of hearsay?" And they're like, "Well, dogs aren't people, so they can't make assertions." And I was like, "But he's such a good boy, doing his best to assert that there are drugs."
Isn't hearsay like, or you can't admit something that was said outside of?
Basically, yes.
Am I on the right track? It's like you
Basically,
can't
yes.
admit like third part. Like if Boatman is being sued and I say, "Oh, I heard Koho say this about Boat," like I can't use that.
You can't testify about Koho's statement unless there's an exception.
Yeah.
And there are
Shit,
like
Koho, you're not allowed in court.
Good. I don't ever want to be in a court. I'm gonna end up having to be there for freaking jury
if
duty.
Boatman did something that he was getting sued for, he probably deserves it.
Let's be real. Boatman's probably guilty.
Listen. There are definitely 2 bodies that Boatman has buried out in Iowa somewhere.
Well, verbally, I mean, he's
there's a big
murdered
difference.
hundreds of people verbally.
That's a fact. We have video.
Not
evidence.
to spoil anything, but I believe he testifies to something in an upcoming video.
That's true. I think he just admits it on screen.
oh yeah.
But we can't say what it is yet.
I have a very talented lawyer. I will say that much.
I would say that is technically hearsay though, because it's not an in-court statement.
Mhm.
And you'd have to satisfy the best evidence rule to get that video in. So good luck with that.
That wouldn't be hearsay though, because he said it.
Out of court.
Oh. But then, so any out-of-court statement ever just isn't admissible?
Court statement offered for the truth of the matter asserted is hearsay.
So if hypothetically,
Oh boy.
if Boatman is being sued for murder, and 3 months ago he looks at me and says, "Robert, I killed
On
this
camera.
person and ate them," I cannot go in court and say he told me this.
Well, because there's an exception. That
For
will
murder or cannibal? What's
for
the
statements of a party. So like this, because Boatman is a party, the state could offer that statement against him.
You hear that, Boatman? You're a party, my dude.
Would the video,
I'm a one-man party, am I right?
Would the video not also count as statement of the party?
Well, if they're suing him, or if he's being tried for murder, yeah.
Welcome to Law
It
Talk.
was 30 years, it was 30 years ago. The statute of limitations has passed.
There's no statute of limitations for murder.
Well, they never caught Bob Saget, so, and he admitted to it.
Never caught Christopher Walken either.
That is true.
Did Christopher Walken kill somebody?
Oh yeah,
Robert, have you been hiding under a rock?
many people.
I actually, is this like a real thing, or are you fucking with me?
So
There's an actual real thing.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Allegedly, Christopher Walken killed Natalie Wood.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, you don't.
I didn't know this. No, I've never heard of this.
Whenever I do Walken, it's like Natalie Wood. You know what type of wood doesn't float? Natalie. Come on. It's funny because she drowned when I pushed her into the ocean.
I haven't heard the Bob Saget one.
That one I just made up.
Oh, okay.
That's not true.
I was gonna say, I was like, huh.
Wow, this is really interesting. I just googled Christopher Walken, Natalie Wood. I'm going down a fucking rabbit hole tonight.
Why are these guys like so just maniacally laughing about how like they are treating these bees? This should be like just a regular day job for these guys.
It's because this bee is also insane. The reason why Vanessa and Barry get along so well is because they are both just clinically insane.
So I feel like the non-hallucinogenic version of this scene is just two guys going, "Hey Bob, how's your day going?" "Oh, it's good."
Basically.
"How are the kids?" "Oh, they're doing well. Little Timmy just got hit by a bus, but he's okay."
Jesus.
Wait, that's the non-hallucinogenic scene?
Barry doesn't want to acknowledge that reality. That little Timmy got hit by the bus.
This is fascinating.
Oof.
Alright, I'm done for now.
That's a yikes joke.
That was a yikes joke.
That's a joke that does not hold up very well.
They made a drag queen joke.
Oh. What were we just calling on?
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of camera is that?
A
A bee camera.
Yeah.
Fair, and it just prints out sepia tone cuts.
A Bealeroid.
But the honey is still like regular color.
Right.
Well, there's no need to bring color into it.
It's a honey camera. That would actually make sense. It's a camera specifically to point out where honey is.
I love how the Larry King bee is like old as fuck, as if like the Larry King bee has been alive for like 300 days instead of the normal 120.
Well, I have to change the question for the title match.
Because they know the answer to something.
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Fuck!
Did anyone
Totally.
catch the those crazy legs kept me up all night joke?
No, I missed that.
That's a yikes for me, dog.
Boatman's walk-in needs to dub over Tony's lines in West Side Story. Yikes! Oof.
Who are they protesting? They haven't talked to humans. Who are they protesting?
Can we also acknowledge the reality where that bear that we just saw smashing that hive is Vincent from Over the Hedge? Like it's 100% the same bear.
Is there like an overlapping theory for DreamWorks like there is with Pixar?
I don't think so.
You just
I feel like
actually,
DreamWorks just has too many,
you
and
just
it's way
stumbled
too
across
different.
what my senior thesis is there, Robert.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that the Prince of Egypt is a Bible story.
Yeah, the Pixar one like it makes sense, and you have to dig deep and like kind of make it work. But I feel like there's just way too much in DreamWorks that just wouldn't make sense.
I'll make this promise right now. Hold on 1 second before I make this promise. I want to make sure it's a doable thing.
I promise you one thing. Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron definitely takes place in the same world as Flushed Away.
Okay, so if the day Multiplex Entertainment hits 300 subscribers, I will make a short video detailing the DreamWorks theory and how they all connect.
What is it have to hit?
300. We're at 250.
Okay, I'm unsubscribing.
Now. We are at 250 now. If we hit 300, I'll give that to people.
That was a good one.
Thank you, Tom.
Oh, that was funny. Did you actually write a thesis about that?
No, but I 100%,
There's no chance.
I 100% want to make that now. I will make that my thesis because I'm that kind of person that would do it. I mean,
it's a big fat oof.
Are we just gonna gloss over the fact that Barry knew what size feet Ken had?
Also true. A lot of the movies take place in like worlds where like animals like interact with like real humans, so it's not like a question that like the real humans and Monsters versus Aliens could be the same real humans that you see in like Mr. Peabody and Sherman, but like.
Well, it's also like it's weird to like because like you could see like this and Ants taking place like in the same universe.
I mean, I can honestly see this taking place in the same universe as like the Croods, like any of them, really.
Well, Croods falls into any universe, any timeline that has.
Right. So does the Prince of Egypt. The Prince of Egypt could still fall into like the distant past of the universe that we're living in. Same with the Road to El Dorado, but Shrek could be the future. You know.
Did she write that claim?
She had to have had.
Nah, her lawyer definitely did and gave it to her to mail.
I don't think any lawyer would actually like.
Maggie, I want you please to just analyze this on a legal level, please.
Okay, well, first of all, the complaint would be dismissed because there's no good faith legal justification for that claim.
Well,
plus, they would let those bees into the courtroom.
That's it. Like, they would get the complaint and they would throw it away.
The judge would laugh. The judge would read it and be like, "You fucking kidding me?"
The judge probably wouldn't see it. Well, the judge would see it because it would be funny, but like their clerk would read it and be like, "What is this shit?"
Do clerks get to decide what's dismissed and what's not?
By the way, that license plate is just an alibi as in purchase, and I think that's fucking hilarious. But like the whole point of the meeting right now is to see if a bee can actually talk, so they can actually go through with this case, and I think that's fucking hilarious.
They still have no rights, even if they can talk.
There's a Star Wars quote about the ability to speak does not make one intelligent or something like that.
Yeah.
Her name is Judge Bumbleton.
Bias. Throw the case out.
What? So no, Mike. I'm curious. I was about to ask another. Oh yeah, do clerks get the ability to prosecute cases?
They don't, but they would write their like cover and just be like, "This is bullshit," and then give it to
So clerks get to like read the filings or whatever, the complaints, and be like, "Hey, this is what it says."
Well, I mean, yeah, the judge can still go through and read it.
Good job.
All the filings are accompanied with like some sort of bench memo that contains everything.
This is very interesting to me.
Can we also talk about the humans in this movie look the same, if not worse, than the humans in like early Pixar, and it's like 10 years later.
That's true.
They do. They look very much like Toy Story 2 humans. Like you can see,
like the main human characters, like the lawyer right there, like John Goodman, he looks fine, but then when you look past him at like the jury, like they look just as bad as Sid.
True.
yeah,
And Sid is terrifying. I just watched that movie in 4K.
it looks terrible.
It looks
Like I
good.
like that movie fine, but that movie has aged very, very poorly.
Animation.
The animation has, yeah.
Yes, that's what I meant.
And the human characters.
Yeah.
It's fun. I watched all 4 Toy Stories in one night earlier this week, and just the progression of even just the animation. I get that it was like 11 years, but from like 2 to 3, it's just like fucking nuts. Like how far this type of animation has come. And then even from 3 to 4, which is like 9 years, like it's absolutely the opening scene of Toy Story 4 in the
Looks
rain,
beautiful.
like is fucking insane. What were you gonna say?
He could not practice as an attorney because
That's what I was just gonna say. I was just gonna ask another legal question. How often are people allowed? Like how often are what's the word? People who are suing other people?
anyone can be their own attorney, but you have to be a
Okay.
fucking human being.
Okay, now a human being.
No.
Maggie
So-
is really crushing this movie down for Boatman.
So
I'm-
true. Like anybody who files a complaint, if their suit goes to court, anybody can serve as their own
Yeah.
like attorney.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
Wait, Tim, what did you say?
I said
Is that
Maggie winning this for you.
Oh, fair. Good
Because
job.
that doesn't guarantee competence.
He's like, oh yeah. That's
The arguments made in the opening argument, like in the opening statements alone, are hilarious.
And that's also not true because you're not allowed to make arguments during your opening statement, so that's not accurate.
Dunk
Oh,
on.
there he is. That's Vincent from Over the Hedge again.
Like
It actually does look like him. That
I
look
like-
is actually really similar.
100% him. He
Christ.
is the same design.
Hold on, I actually have to look that up because
No Boatman.
that looks crazy similar.
What year
Ever since I
did it came out? 06?
was 06. Ever since I was a kid, I was like, that's the same bear from Over the Hedge.
I love how never mind.
Maggie, is it legally?
I know. That's an actual thought I.
Is
What?
it legally practicable to bring a live bear into the courtroom to make a point?
No.
Okay.
There would be a strong 403 objection on that. That would not happen.
I'm keeping
This
a
was-
list of legal issues we're coming up with. That's the first.
This was one of the questions I almost missed because I almost forgot Sting.
Oh yeah.
It was like what two
What two celebrities who was Sting and Ray
real
Liotta?
life people were brought to the stand, and I knew Ray Liotta, and I was like, "Motherfucker, is it like David Bowie? Who the fuck is it? Oh, wait, it's
I like how
Sting!"
he has his fucking Emmy. Jesus Christ.
It's him who voiced him too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. Am I allowed to share my screen quick about these?
No,
the bear
because we're
things.
coming up in the greatest moment. in
Oh, that's right.
cinematic
I'll wait a
history.
couple minutes. I have a resolution on the bear thing.
The Gordon M. Sumner joke might be my favorite thing in this movie.
Is that like
Give
a
him the Oscar.
that he freaks out.
The thing is, can you imagine? Ray Liotta probably does walk around with his Emmy.
I would walk around with my Emmy if I had an Emmy.
I love that it's also like actually what his Emmy was for.
Yeah.
For guest appearance in ER.
Did I miss it? Did he say it?
It was
No, no,
fun.
on
Yeah.
the award it says outstanding primetime Emmy for
No,
your
no,
guest
no,
appearance.
Oh yeah, he said it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then
The Mad Fellow line, yeah, he said.
Oh, I totally missed it. I was watching. What the fuck? I'm just drunk, I guess. And I've had one beer. Wait, him and Ken live together? Or her and Ken live together?
they're in a very serious adult relationship.
I didn't realize they lived together.
Can I have the go ahead to share my screen for like?
Yeah,
1
I
minute?
love the way Ken
I'll go
says
really, really quickly. I don't want to like
battery.
interrupt. I'll go really quick.
I want to see
Okay.
these bears.
Oh, it's here.
Okay, so this is the bear from Over the Hedge, and this is the bear from this movie. Beavis.
It's
Can I
pretty
kind of
cool.
accept it? Same bear.
It's the same bear.
It's the
Or
same
we
bear.
just only know how to animate.
They look
one
like they
type of
they
bear.
look like they just shaded in a
Yeah.
different color for this movie.
Facts.
Okay, I'm done now. I just had to bring that up.
Oh, whoops! I took Boat out on accident.
But like that's 100% like the same, or like a distant cousin or something like that. Like those bears are related.
Robert has a beard.
Kind of.
Barely.
I would say, do we call it a beard?
I will say it looks better in person than it does on screen. Mainly I just got lazy, and now I have a whole nother month to continue to be lazy.
Right.
And see where the world takes me. Maybe I'll quit my job next month, who knows?
That would be a terrible idea.
Probably.
I don't think mom and dad would appreciate that.
Probably not.
I will
Who
say
knows by that?
I'm sorry.
I'll here's an idea, Maggie. I'll move into my the new place in a couple months, and then I'll live there for a month, and then I'll quit. Because then I'm out of mom and dad's house.
How are you gonna pay rent?
Excellent question. Through Streamlabs of Multiplex.
I am 100% on the side of Ken in this film. He is the hero, in my opinion.
He had to burn down his apartment, but yeah.
Honestly, how is this apartment still like standing? He literally set fire to the door.
I fucking love this movie.
I love that he just screams, "I've got issues."
Just cuts to the shower drain. Water bug, not taking sides. Oh my god.
Now he's surfing.
Poo water.
Look, Aaron Sorkin is a great writer, but he's never written a line as great as "ew, poo water."
That's a fact.
Do we know that for sure? Have we seen and analyzed every single episode of The West Wing?
Boatman is currently working on it.
I've watched a lot of The West Wing. It's a great show.
She just broke up with her long-term boyfriend because he tried.
Who is probably on the lease?
Oh my god, this movie's utter film perfection.
I think we might have to reassess what you think is film perfection.
Well, I'm watching it right now.
Well,
it's a freaking.
Isn't this also illegal? Can't
Yeah.
like the defendant can't take the stand, right? That's illegal.
Well, they're the plaintiff because they're.
Oh shit! You're right. You're right.
I was about to say.
But also, the defendant can take the stand.
No, they can't.
The defendant has a constitutional right to, in criminal cases, to not take the stand.
Yeah,
Well,
they don't have to.
But they can waive that, right?
They can waive that right, yeah.
Sure.
But
But like, you can't put a murderer on the stand and say, "Did you do it?" Like that. You
yes, you can.
right, but they will say, "I'm not going on the stand." Like,
They'll probably plead the fifth.
or if they have a semi-decent lawyer, they'll not
Here's
let them
a
go.
crazy scenario. They could lie.
Well, that's perjury. That's
I'm
not-
aware of what. Because no one's ever lied under oath before, Maggie.
I would just like to point out that there is a man in the jury wearing a beef tailored shirt, which is very un-okay. That would never fly.
No.
He's pumped.
No, the thing with calling Barry Benson or whatever the fuck his name is that he's the attorney. You can't call the attorney to testify about stuff usually.
Am I like kind of right though about the whole defendant doesn't always have to take the stand?
Only in criminal cases.
Okay. In civil, is this a civil? This is a civil
It
case.
should be a civil case. They don't have to, but they probably would be called. and then you have
Maggie, what if the defendant is representing themselves?
yeah.
Then can the defendant take the stand?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that doesn't happen very often. Like
No.
the whole representing yourself thing does not happen.
Thing.
No.
Really, the defending yourself thing?
Yeah, especially in criminal cases.
Really?
Habeas, yeah.
Re-
Habeas is when prisoners appeal their convictions. They almost always do it themselves because they don't have a right to an attorney on appeal.
So
Why not?
It's not in the Constitution.
I have a new favorite line from this movie now.
Who doesn't have a right to attorney?
Criminal defendants don't have a right to an appeal.
Oh,
So like if you so Boatman, back to our hypothetical scenario, if you are convicted for murder, like the jury says you did it.
they find out about Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
So they have a right
Exactly.
to appeal. They don't have a right to appeal to the Supreme Court, like of the state or whatever. So you have one appeal that you get, and then that's it, with a right to an attorney.
Fair. That makes sense.
So if you, I'm just trying to get this straight real quick because it's important.
So he was dead. Like in bee terms, normally he would be dead because he lost his stinger, and that kills bees. We established this.
Yeah, but he's in a human hospital. He's fine.
And they put a fucking cocktail pick on his butt, and so he
He has
lives.
an IV of honey running through his.
I have finished my B movie review because I found the new favorite line that I have from this film.
Which is,
Oh, angel of mercy, or oh, what angel of mercy will come suck the poison from my heaving buttocks?
Yeah.
So I just found a video on Facebook where it's a Burger King, and the Burger King is burning down, and there's a woman in the drive-thru, and these workers are like, get out of here and move, and the lady moves the car and then gets out and says, I need my fucking refund. And all the workers are like, the building is on fire. And then she gives them all the finger and drives away. America.
Remember the other day when there was a man trying to walk through the McDonald's drive-thru and they wouldn't serve him? Well, they did serve him eventually, but it was like a thing.
Yeah, that was
It
rough.
was rough.
That was like 2 weeks ago. But
Time is unclear in this state that we live.
The first appeal after conviction.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask one more question, then I'll stop. This is just very interesting to me. So first, why is he in a baby fucking thing? God, that's second off,
That fit in wheelchairs, and for some reason they have baby things that are human sized.
that are big boy size.
Where he got stung.
So if Boatman is convicted guilty for murder, and then
Of Jimmy
he can-
Hoffa.
of Jimmy Hoffa, and of course he can appeal that, but he has to appeal on a specific ground. So like he has to appeal saying the trial was botched or something like that. He can't say the jury was wrong. Like
No, you can say that. You can say that according to the weight of the evidence that there was no way a reasonable jury could have found that, but that's a really tough case to make.
more common is like something was messed up. It shouldn't have
Usually
been
something
thrown
with
out. That kind of thing.
Something shouldn't have been admitted, or something shouldn't have been.
Sure. Okay. So Boatman, so they find Jimmy Hoffa, Boatman's fingerprints all over him. And
Hey,
then Boatman
I
says,
did not. He did not consent. I did not touch Jimmy Hoffa sexually.
and then Boatman says, Boatman says that, and he says those fingerprints can't be admissible. So he gets a lawyer for that appeal, and
Yeah.
then that appeal is turned down.
Well, so like they hear the appeal and they affirm the lower court.
They say the other court was right.
Yes.
He cannot appeal again.
He can appeal again. He just doesn't have a right to an attorney.
I see. The state doesn't have to, or the state,
Right. The state doesn't have to provide him an
provide
attorney.
him with one.
That
I
second
see.
appeal.
I see.
why go to law school when you can watch the B movie, watch along at your local multiplex entertainment?
So if that second court is
Professor
like, if that second court is like, oh, the lower court was right, he can appeal again and say, actually, No.
Right, the appeals court was wrong and the lower court was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he would have to hire his own attorney or do it himself.
Boatman could be a good lawyer. I could see him coming up with the bad fellow line on his own.
If this man is a bad fellow, you must acquit.
Well, convict.
Yeah,
He's a bad fellow.
Oh yeah, if this man. I was trying to do like the Johnny Cochran. If the glove does not fit, you must acquit.
So. This
Okay,
is my
so the case, right? What is happening now? What is happening right now?
They won the case.
Why are they shooting?
Hey, Robert, that's Piglet and who else right now?
Fuck off. No, Winnie the Pooh is the one I got. I missed Piglet.
Why are they? I'm so confused.
So the ruling of the case was actually honey is now illegal, and you can't take the honey from bees anymore.
Honey is great. That's so sad.
It's because this is the part of the
At
movie.
this point, because the hive has so much, I feel like the government would just buy the honey from the bees. Like, they would just compensate them, like reparations.
For sure.
What did you say, Nick?
Oh, I said it's because this is the part of the movie where the drugs are supposed to be in full effect.
Fair.
Yeah, the edible is supposed to have kicked in by now.
It's supposed to not know which way's up right now.
So, Maggie, final thing. You mentioned habeas before.
Yeah.
That I recognize what habeas corpus is.
Yeah.
And I learned it once upon a time in my business law class, but I don't remember. What's habeas corpus?
So that's when a prisoner appeals their conviction.
Okay. So that was Boatman is convicted for Jimmy
law.
Hoffa, and he appeals it.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't have anything to do with an actual corpse.
No.
Well, in this case, it does because Boatman killed Jimmy Hoffa. But
Watch like the FBI come knock on the
oh god! Oh no!
We heard multiple accusations that you were somehow involved in the murder and disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa.
And I just have to assume another identity again.
Again.
If you were really in witness protection, you would not be on the internet hosting movie trivia.
Or maybe that's the thing. You hide in plain sight.
No.
I'm exactly where they least expect me.
Being an idiot.
Also,
on
it's
Multiplex.
technically not the witness protection because the Mafia and I are cool.
Oh.
Oh, I see. It's the victim protection.
I mean, yeah, basically.
Or not even that. You're the guy who actually did it, and they're protecting you. So wait,
It's
are you
more
in
like I killed Jimmy Hoffa, then
He
went
said it.
into
That's it
hiding.
right there. He said it. Can we get a clean cut of that one more time?
Look,
for
I'm
us?
not saying I killed Jimmy Hoffa, but if I did, look, I was already on trial. The sneakers did not fit. The Skechers did not fit. The defense had me trying the Skechers. I was acquitted.
Would be the prosecutor. You would be. Oh, your defense said try on the sneakers and they didn't fit. You got it.
Yeah, sure. That too.
Everybody wanted to try on the Skechers. Everybody.
Yeah,
Judge,
everybody.
juror, everybody was put on the fucking shoes.
Which explains why they didn't fit after that. They were too big. And then I ran off in the white Bronco and framed OJ.
For Jimmy Hoffa's murder.
Am I back?
Yeah.
I keep dropping for half a second, then I come back.
OJ was alive.
Did he not see this on the way?
Yeah.
That's true. He does have a commute.
Like,
Guys, he moved in with her at this point.
They're already sleeping together.
100%.
This movie is dumb.
But is it as dumb as Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest there, Maggie?
It's worse than that movie.
Okay.
That makes sense. Here's the question. What about butterflies? They pollinate too.
Lots of things pollinate other than
Yeah.
Also, you're telling me there's not some scientific way, like, you could figure out, like, I'm no scientist, but pollination doesn't seem like that hard a thing to recreate.
No, it's not. You literally just like take a Q-tip on one thing and then you put it on the other thing and then you're good to go.
Like, are you telling me all the scientists and like government officials in this world are like, well, shit, it's the end of the world, I guess?
The government officials gave a court case to a bee and let the bee win. I don't think this government's very well run, Nick.
That's
True.
the fact.
But Oprah Winfrey's the judge, Boatman.
Yeah, this is
Woof, as they say.
it just like goes like it starts and you're like, okay, and then it just like goes completely like out of control.
I've been alerted to the fact that after having just logged this again, this is my 1000th film on Letterboxd.
Congratulations.
Not like in
That's
my
a very
diary.
that's a
Not like in
deserving
my diary, but like in the film section. This is 1000.
For me, it's 4,311.
Good flex.
Is it possible that you watch this right now since you've already seen it?
Yeah, I don't know actually. I guess my last like first
It
time
must
watch.
be 1,000 in your diary.
No, it's probably
My diary is like 1650 or more than that.
it's probably whatever your last
First time watch.
Your last first time watch was probably your 1,000th.
So that was Talented Mr. Ripley. That was my real 1000th film.
Wow, all my friends are watching the Bee movie.
The Bee movie.
No, I think you're right, Tim. Because this was like my 16 something for diary entries. Shows you how much rewatching I do.
Katie never seen Coco before?
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that might have been
Katie,
her
what
first
the
one.
hell? Coco is
Wonderful.
the bomb.
Thebomb.com, as they say.
Oh, actually, I need to get it.
For the Bee movie?
Yeah. I walked in without
Okay. Calm down.
Why do they need guns to guard these flowers?
It's a good question.
She also just showed a badge that said flower department or whatever, and then said you wouldn't understand and got in.
Once Upon a Mattress.
They
Yeah.
definitely killed her.
What a time to be alive, man.
I forgot that movie existed.
That's a musical that Maggie and I were in.
It was a musical first, and then they made.
Oh, well, I remember the movie. because-
Production of that in 8th grade.
The movie is the one with the dude from Glee, right?
The movie sucks.
Yes.
What are we talking about?
The Will Schuester from Glee is one of the main guys in the movie version of
He's Prince
He's the
Harry.
guy that what's his face was.
He's Prince Harry.
Riley Stout.
Riley, yeah, and Tim.
Yeah, I played that character too. I will never forget I will never forgive myself for missing fucking what is it?
You know?
Thinking Bee.
Oh, thinking. Yeah, we both missed that one. That was rough.
I was pissed. I was like, I knew it was something with B, and I was like, I think I put landing B, and Koho did his classic. Oh, so close. And
You
I was
were.
Like, damn it!
You were really close. I was really
I
like.
know. I was pissed.
I was like, it's right there, man. Yeah, but.
Someone
Yeah.
said it's sad to think this was my first Ray Liotta movie.
Probably same. Yeah.
I would like to point out
Ray Liotta's never been better than he's been in this movie.
The
Prove me wrong.
pilot is the last role that Michael Richards had before things happened.
Now you got.
This is like the
Michael
18th time I've
Richards.
seen this character model in this movie.
Wait,
I'm
do you guys
giving the
not
big
know who
bit.
Michael Richards is?
No.
Not particularly.
He was Kramer on Seinfeld, and then he
Oh.
had a moment where
Yeah.
he went insane and racist.
What happened?
I
People-
never knew Kramer's actor's name.
Yeah,
But I
Michael Richards.
I don't know what happened, but I remember hearing that he's like,
There was like a stand-up thing where he called some people the N-word, and it was very
Oh.
rough.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
While performing at Laugh Factory Comedy Club in late 2006 after a cell phone video was published of him launching into an expletive-laced racist tirade after earlier interruptions from a group of late-arriving audience members.
Wait. So this movie came out after that?
Yeah, sure did.
He probably had recorded his stuff already.
Fair.
What did they say? Late 2006?
Yeah.
When did the movie come out? Oh, it came out in November 07. So it's possible that he'd already recorded, but I don't know. That's yikes.
Too bad he's like the best character on Seinfeld.
Ooh!
He is
Shouting the N-word several times and making references to lynching and the Jim Crow era.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Well,
Yeah, that's a big fat yikes from the dog.
Someone look at the private chat.
Oof.
I didn't want to say that, but
we don't need to say that out loud.
yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's Kramer.
Yikes.
Now I have to change another question. Thanks, Boatman.
Oh, dang.
No.
Thanking me. What? When someone asks.
Okay. It's so hard. Beep beep. Kill me.
Oof.
and then she goes, "Sure, so I can't play across her arms," and they literally start downward spiraling.
Is Tuig broken?
Is it the margarita?
He's losing his mind.
Doing it fucking great.
I'm talking for everything else. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh my god.
I'm packing.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh, on top of everything else, the plane just gets struck by It's not even that funny. It just pushed me over the edge.
Nick, you've seen this movie before,
I
right?
totally forgot about that part.
I mean, I forgot about all of it too. Like, I just tend to block it out of my memory.
Beep beep.
Okay. Thinking B.
They've literally been slapping each other for 5 minutes.
God damn.
That's what.
Oh my.
Bees are 27 million years old.
Are they jazz hands? Do you think jazz hands while they like kick
They
one?
Jazz hand can kicks.
The flower's actually remarkably close to the building. We're
Yeah.
not like do it way out in the field.
Nope, they're bringing them right in. Right, they think it's a helicopter, I think. They're a little bit confused that planes, okay. That's not how planes work. Okay.
I don't think people just walk around on tarmacs.
Also, how is Vanessa in control of this plane at all?
No, the bees are in total control.
Yeah, but she's like, I'm aiming at the flower. So stupid.
I find it hard to believe that a single bee did not get crushed by the wheel.
Yeah, right.
That's it. Just drop it in.
That guy in the suit in the front is literally like the 80th time I've seen that exact character model in this movie.
I believe you.
Don't they only have that yellow raft thing if like the plane crashes?
Yeah.
Correct.
No high five. My Jerry Seinfeld. It's not very good.
Majestic theme playing.
That's what we just got to.
Okay. Excuse me.
This is so stupid.
Don't you love that like they couldn't get the actual like rights to the Beatles version, so they went and got Sheryl Crow's version?
Yikes.
So many questions left unanswered.
What do you mean?
Deserves a sequel.
I want Wasp movie with Dave Chappelle now.
I want a glass type movie, so like Unbreakable split glass, but with fancy movie.
100%.
That's in what?
So like how Glass was like the end of the trilogy, but
Yeah.
really, but for B movie and Ants.
Oh.
That's fair. Both terrible movies.
That's true. Ants is awful.
Ants is awful, but this is film perfection, so you take that back.
Maggie, as a lawyer,
You know, you sound like you're trying to meme, but you also sound like you're taking yourself seriously, and it's really hard to get through that.
I'm sorry that you're obsessed with everything I say, so you need to be able to understand it.
What the fuck are you?
What does that even mean? What did you just say? I'm sorry that you're obsessed with everything I say, so you feel the need to understand it. Those are the words that you just said.
Listen, life is not worth understanding, Robert. This movie is one of the things you no longer need to understand why it's amazing.
Insects at Law, Maggie. How do you feel
No.
about it?
No.
Here comes one of the best lines in this movie.
Wait! Oh, never mind.
What?
I don't know why, but I felt like for a second that Chris Rock was barely in the movie, but he was. I mean, he is barely in the movie. I feel like he was in more of it. But he wasn't.
I was already a blood-sucking parasite. I just needed a briefcase.
It's offensive. That's fine.
Making fun of
There
people.
it is. There it is. When will this nightmare end? It's the best.
Said the audience.
So true. Nick, what were you gonna ask?
Oh, I was gonna say, as a lawyer, would flowers immediately repollinate like that?
I don't know. I'm no scientist,
Oh, okay.
but no.
You're no biochemist.
There we go.
They even put that the end up there as.
That's ballsy.
Simon J. Smith and Steve Hickner, what is wrong with you?
What else have they directed?
What a life. What a life.
Hopefully nothing else.
Yeah, right. Why is this in my list?
Because you probably had it in there for the title match before you bought the movie.
That's fair. All right. Well, fuck. That was B movie. Thanks. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna close this out with a dear friend of mine once said, and I believe I have to go to a different brand to say it, but that's fine. Enjoy.
Michelob Ultra Tuscan Orange Grapefruit. My God, America is imploding.